Hello, friends. Today I thought I would do a kind of homage to tech support, since I used to work in tech support, and record how to make a peanut butter sandwich in Darkness Falls. So, um, to start with, you're gonna need a bag of peanuts. Without a bag of peanuts or a jar of peanut butter, which you can turn a bag of peanuts into a jar of peanut butter, um, you can't craft it. And the bag of peanuts can only be found as loot. So you're going to have to search for it. Now, if you click on the bag of peanuts and click on recipes, you'll see that you can also make the bag of trail mix, which you find quite a lot in the loot. But the bag of trail mix does not give you that much food. The jar of peanut butter will. So once you have a bag of peanuts, you want to make a jar of peanut butter by combining it with a jar of honey. So we'll take one honey, and it's crafted on the mortar and pestle. So just do that, and boom, jar of peanut butter. Okay. So then the next thing you're going to need to do is to make bread. Now, bread can make a lot of things. And with this recent update, the bread is, you have to slice it before you can make anything. So one thing you're going to need is clay bowls. So where did I put my clay bowls? Here we go. So then the next thing you're going to need to do, let's not use all of my bowls. Let's just use a couple. Next thing you're going to need to do, fill up the clay bowl with water. Now you have a bowl of murky water. Next, you need to cook the murky water into a regular bowl of water. The next step is you're going to need yeast. Yeast, I believe, is made from your inventory. So it takes a boiled water, a flour, and a wheat. So we have 4 flour, we have wheat to match, and let's see if we have 4 boiled water. We do. Okay, so now we're going to make 4 yeast. It's probably more than we need, but that's okay. All right, so then with the yeast, we want to make dough. And dough is made with, oh, we're going to need more flour. So we're going to have 5 yeast, we're going to need 5 flour, we're going to need more bowls of boiled water. 1, 2, 3. So we're going to need 5 flour, and you just use the wheat to make the flour. So like wheat becomes a very important grain for this, which means you have to go to the desert. All right, so we have our 5 water. And we have our 5 flour. All right, so we have our 5 yeast. Okay, so now we want to make dough. So we're going to craft 5 dough. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about that you need wheat. Well, wheat grows in the desert. The other thing that grows in the desert is coconut. So when you go to the desert to get wheat, get lots of coconut, because with the coconut, you don't need the extra wheat, the extra flour, or the extra bowls of water. You just combine a yeast with a coconut. So once you have your yeast and you have your coconut, you don't need to worry about the clay bowls and filling it with water and then boiling them and then combining it with more flour. And It's just so much easier to make the yeast and combine it with the coconut. And so you see a lot of this is done in your inventory. I'm not sure why the bowls of water are there. I don't think the bowls of water are very efficient. The coconut is definitely more efficient. And I only make the clay for the soups because if you cook the soups in a clay bowl, it's more efficient, more effective than just eating the can. And, you know, cooking it takes away the chance for dysentery or whatever. So, yeah. But for this demonstration, we're doing the long, hard way because I don't know. I just feel like that's how it should be. So we're going to make another yeast. Yeast, which is a flour, one flour, and one water, and one wheat. So we're making another yeast, and we are done with the wheat. And then we're going to need one coconut. All right, so then we're going to cook the bread. Now you need to note that the bread requires 2 dough to make a bread. That's why we're making one more dough, so that we have an even number of dough. Okay, so we're going to make 3 loaves of bread with all of our dough. Okay, so now you have to slice the bread. So this is the loaf of bread, and this is the slice of bread, okay? So now we're going to go to recipes, slice of bread, and we're going to make 3 loaves of sliced bread. And so now we have quite a bit more slices of bread. Okay, so now we're going to click on our peanut butter and go to recipes and make peanut butter sandwiches. Now we only have 2 jars of peanut butter, so we're only going to get 2 peanut butter sandwiches. And there's other things you can do with the bread. So you can make all this other stuff. And steak sandwiches is a great way to get rid of excess grilled meat laying around. My only complaint is that it takes so many steps to make the peanut butter sandwich, and it all starts with a bag of peanuts, which is a random loot only. And so I think that the peanut butter sandwich should give more buff because it's harder to make. You know, peanut butter sandwiches are awesome. Even if it gives a little bit of thirst with it, you know, where it takes away from your water, but it should give some kind of buff because it is a more difficult sandwich to make in this game. That would be my only complaint with it. Speaking of food and water, it looks like I'm hungry and thirsty. So we're going to have a peanut butter sandwich, and we're going to have a little boiled water with it. Also, since we're making complaints, I feel that the can of boiled water is just a little bit too little. I would like to see it like give you 8 thirst back instead. It just takes way too much. You have to drink like a whole stack to get your water back up. And it's just a little bit extreme, in my opinion. So you see, like the steak sandwich gives you a whole lot more, but it's easy to make steak sandwiches because you just, you know, kill an animal and you get the meat and you combine it with the bread and boom, steak sandwiches. The peanut butter sandwich does not give as much, and it really should, in my opinion, give more because of what it is and how hard it is to make. So that's my instructions on how to make a peanut butter sandwich in Darkness Falls. And I have to say, I really commend Kane on the fact that you can make a peanut butter sandwich. Now, if only we could put the marmalade jelly with the peanut butter sandwich and make a PB&J. That would be awesome. Anyway, just my ideas. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.